All right, very good. Thank you for joining us today for this Zoom celebration and Facebook live stream. Today, Mayor Dilkens is joined by Windsor Endowment for the Arts President Stephanie Barnhart for a virtual ceremony to distribute the 2020 WEA Awards and Grants and the Windsor Mayor's Arts Awards. They'll be joined by award and grant recipients and representatives from local media. In the pre-COVID-19 world, this ceremony was scheduled to take place at Windsor's Capitol Theatre. Both Mayor Dilkens and Stephanie will provide some introductory remarks momentarily. Following that, they'll announce and hear from all of the 2020 award recipients. We will conclude with questions from the media. A reminder that participants must turn your microphones and cameras on and off using the Zoom buttons and the buttons in the bottom of your left hand screen. Recipients must ensure that their own camera is enabled for the entire session, but only turn your microphone on and off when speaking. Do not panic if you don't see yourself on screen at this time. And to maintain some of the suspense of the live awards show that we're hosting here, you'll be hidden from view until your category and name is announced. At that time, I'll add your video. Media, please use the chat function in the Zoom screen to request a question. Once the awards are announced, I'll call on you to ask your questions. Your microphone will then be enabled at that time. This is our first virtual award celebration. Thank you for your attendance and participation today, and for your willingness to use this technology. I'll turn things over to Mayor Dilkens to start us off now. Go ahead, Your Worship.
Well, thank you very much, Dana, and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the virtual celebration of the 2020 Windsor Endowment for the Arts WEA Awards and Grants and the Mayor's Arts Awards. And happy 20th anniversary to WEA. We were originally scheduled, as Dana said, to host the ceremony at Windsor's Capitol Theatre, and the supportive team over there at the Windsor Symphony Orchestra, they offered the space as one of the ways that we could celebrate the theater's own 100th anniversary this year. And that's why some of us appear before you today in front of the backdrop of the Capitol Theatre. We wanted to show off a bit of the incredible architecture and artwork of the historic theater. And a fun fact for everyone, Phil McLeod and Lorraine Steele spent hours perched atop scaffolding working on the ceiling and all the decorative moldings you can see in the photos. They are now located at Show Studios in Walkerville, which also happens to be the home of the WEA office. But before we get too far into this, I wanted to say a few words about the Capitol Theatre. Of course, it's located in the heart of downtown Windsor. The Capitol Theatre really boasts a rich history as a local heritage landmark and arts and entertainment hub. And celebrating this year its centennial anniversary, the Capitol Theatre opened its doors on December the 30th, 1920 as part of the Lowe's Vaudeville and Film Theatre chain. And throughout the years and changes in ownership and technology, a bankruptcy, some restorations, the Capitol has been a place for Windsor to come together to present art and entertainment and to create memories that will last a lifetime. So today, the building is owned, of course, by the City of Windsor. It's managed by our anchor tenant, the Windsor Symphony Orchestra, and it's available to local artists and community groups as a multi-purpose venue for dance and for literature, for music, drama, film, and much, much more. And we are very thankful to everyone that engages with the theater each and every year. So please visit the Capitol Theatre website at capitoltheatrewindsor.ca to share your photos, any videos or memories of the Capitol Theatre that you may have over the last 100 years, and to help say happy 100th anniversary to this community gem. Which brings me to another amazing and creative institution in our region. And I'm pleased to be joined here today by Stephanie Barnhart, who's president of the Windsor Endowment for the Arts, and as we team up together to celebrate creativity in our community. And there is no doubt, I understand it, City Council understands it, and everyone watching also understands that art changes lives. And it does not exist without the artists, the arts organizations, the volunteers, and the teams of people working each and every day. And the awards and grants that we are presenting today all provide an opportunity to recognize our local artists and art supporters by showing how much we appreciate, value, and respect them. In Windsor, the City of Windsor, we have a proud history of investment in our arts and our culture and our heritage. And now more than ever, as we struggle to remain connected while socially distant, our local artists need us as much as we need them. The arts are vital to our quality of life, our sense of identity, our understanding of our stories, and of the people and places that make our community come alive. And I think even yesterday, doing this kind of session about Walkerville and this districting that we're talking about, we want to make these areas of our city come alive. And I'm excited to be able to present 3 of the Mayor's Arts Awards today. But first, before we do that, I'll turn things over to Stephanie to tell you a bit more about the WEAs. Stephanie?
Oh, thank you, Mayor. And first off, thank you so much for spending some time with us today to celebrate and acknowledge these artists and the arts community in Windsor, which is so important to our community and especially the economics of our community as well. So thank you so much. And thank you to the City of Windsor team, Dana and Christopher Menard, for the behind the scenes work in getting this virtual ceremony happening, and we can go forth with it. So thank you so much, you guys. I'd like to start off by telling everyone a little bit about the history of the Windsor Endowment for the Arts. We call it WEA for short. In 1997, a group of artists had this dream for an endowment fund that would be created to guarantee financing for all local and artistic endeavors forever in Windsor and Essex County. The endowment fund would be run by a private organization made up of artists and arts patrons. So when local artists and arts organizations required funding, they'd be asking their peers and not politicians at any of the levels of government. What people don't understand is how rare it is to have an endowment fund like we have here in Windsor. It's almost unheard of in anywhere else in North America, especially for small cities like ours. And maybe Europe has a few of it, but it's so rare. And we have that in Windsor, so we can help artists, specifically in Windsor and Essex County. We're helping our own, taking care of our people. And so that's something that I really want to get the word out about that. In the year 2000, WEA was established, and a volunteer board of directors made up of artists and arts patrons was appointed, with CAROLYNE ROURKE as the president. And here, 20 years later, CAROLYNE retired in November 2019, and I stepped in as the second president in the history of WEA. So, hi. Today, our goals center on providing artists with financial support, honoring our community's arts patrons, and funding youth programs. Our main focus remains on our awards and grants program. Since 2010, we have had a ceremony every 2 years. We call them the WEAs, to acknowledge, celebrate, and financially benefit emerging artists, arts organizations, and businesses, and to celebrate community art leaders. This is our 5th presentation of the WEAs, and 3rd one that I have personally been involved with. I joined the Arts and Grants Committee in 2016. And since the very first application I ever opened, back when we had mail-in applications, I was hooked. And in my time now, I think I've read about 200 applications from all local artists in Windsor and Essex County, and I'm always blown away with the amount of talent and creativity people have for their projects in the community. And this year is no exception. This year we received 60 applications. Even the deadline was March 31st, and most of the applications came in that second week of March, right when the lockdown happened. And I was really nervous. We weren't going to get any applications, but they started coming in. So I just want to thank the artists so much for applying and going ahead with your original project, even though you had to revise your dates and push things back, and we still don't know when things are going to reopen. So thank you so much. We wouldn't exist without you guys. There's no WEAs without the artists applying, so thank you so much. I also want to just say that this year we had tons of applications full of exciting projects, festivals, performances, workshops, poetry readings, plays, and also ideas for films, books, CDs, and that's everything off the top of my head. And you're going to learn more about these, some of the projects today. So just know that when things reopen, there's so much to look forward to. In Windsor, Essex, regarding the arts, you're going to be able to leave your house and go somewhere other than the grocery store, and you can celebrate and have some shared memories with your family and friends, and be inspired by the arts. I just want to wrap up by just giving a few thank yous, because we have so many firsts this year. This was the first year that WEA did online applications, and that was my dream since 2016 to introduce that to WEA. And I want to thank Tom Muldoon from TechWorks for making that happen. He also redesigned our website. Thank you, Tom. I want to thank our 18 jurors they're all community members who have experience in the arts. We have 6 jury panels, and this is the first year we did everything online, shared folders and Zoom meetings, of course, for jury deliberations. So thank you, jurors. Many of them are watching today, so thank you guys. And finally, I just want to thank those applicants once again, the artists for coming through and applying and sharing your project ideas with us. Thank you, guys. And now I'd like to turn it back to the mayor to continue this unusual but fun platform for our ceremony. And so back to you, Mayor Dilkin.
Well, thank you very much, Stephanie. And you're right, it is a little unusual, but it is going to be fun. And today it's certainly my pleasure to present the 2020 Mayor's Arts Award to 2 outstanding individuals and 1 impactful arts organization in our community. And the award for individual artist is presented to an artist engaged in a broad spectrum of activities having to do with creating, practicing, or demonstrating art in the city of Windsor. And the award includes a commemorative keepsake, this commemorative keepsake right here, hope you can see it, and a $1,000 financial award. This year's recipient is no stranger to the local creative arts community. In 2008, she committed to building opportunities for emerging artists. She helped found the organization that became the Walkerville Artists Co-op. She assisted in curating and promoting many shows at Show Art, Spirit and Performance from 2013 to 15, and produced over 20 art shows with 100% of the sales going to local artists. She has hosted sketch nights at the Arts Council and created a mentorship series at the Windsor Youth Center. After a 2016 diagnosis of Hodgkin's lymphoma, she spent her treatment days working behind the scenes, supporting the work of other artists. She went on to create the Windsor Snapshots mural for our city's 125th birthday and has received multiple ACHF grants. So today, healthy and busy as ever, she has created a series of free coloring books that people can download as part of the ACHF COVID-19 presentations. Please join me in congratulating CHRISTY LITSTER, the recipient of the 2020 Individual Artist Award. Go ahead, CHRISTY.
Hi. Thank you so much, Mayor Dilkins and the City of Windsor and all of the jurors. I just feel so blessed and so honored to receive this award, and I'm shocked. And I want to thank the City of Windsor's arts community. It's been such a fun experience over the last 10 years to be involved and to help support it in any way that I can. I want to thank my mom, who I know is watching right now, because she was my first fan and my biggest support system all these years. And I definitely want to thank my husband, Daryl. He's my rock, and I love you so much, Daryl. I know he's watching too. And without him, my crazy art life would not be possible. So thank you so much. I feel so blessed and so grateful. So thanks. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, CHRISTY, and hi to CHRISTY's mom and your husband, Daryl. So thank you, CHRISTY. Thank you for all that you add to this community. It's very much appreciated, and congratulations. Next up, the Award for Arts Organization is presented to a group that demonstrates a clear commitment to creating, practicing, and demonstrating art within the community. The award includes, again, the commemorative keepsake and a $1,000 financial award. This year's recipient is a well-respected local performing arts organization. The group is dedicated and committed to enhancing the well-being of the Windsor-Essex artists through theater education and mentorship, and by bringing awareness to social justice issues in Windsor and beyond. The group offers programs for local artists at all levels of their theatrical development. And when I've been asked to describe them in the past, I've said that they provide training and performance opportunities for multi-ethnic artists of all ages, offering productions that highlight diversity, which is so important. As the mayor of the 4th most diverse city in Canada, it is so important. And I'm really proud of their work, one of Canada's most diverse communities, and I'm proud of all that the city's ACHF program has supported in that work over the years. And they recently celebrated their 5th anniversary as a group that gives a voice and a platform to artists from all backgrounds, helping to bring us together by sharing stories and themes that unite us all. So please join me in congratulating ACT, the Arts Collective Theater, the recipient of the 2020 Arts Organization Award. And joining us are ACT's President, Chris Rabideau, and Vice President, Moya McAllister. Thank you both for being with us today, and congratulations. Take it away.
Thank you for having us. We are so honored by this award and to be part of this conversation. The arts are such a powerful medium in bringing people together and creating conversation. We're really proud of the diversity, being a leader in diversity in our city, in a diverse city. And we're proud of our social justice practices and the education that we've been able to do in the last 5 years. And we hope to continue for many more. I just want to say thank you to all the volunteers who've come out and been part of this experience. Thank you so much. But there's one person I want to highlight. I want to highlight Moya McAllister. She does not know I'm doing this because she has done so much great work in our community, and she's such a beacon of hope and such a wonder for our community. And I am so thankful. And this award goes to you, Moya. Moya, take it away.
Thanks, Chris. Well, I just wanted to say thank you to Mayor Drew Dilkins and the committee and the city. Being presented with this award is truly an honor, and we're just so appreciative for it. I know that we have some big ideas to create some online content to get us through the rest of this year, and these funds are definitely going to assist in that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. This is pretty awesome and exciting news. So we appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Well, thank you very much, Chris and Moya. Your work is important and you're very appreciated, and congratulations once again. The final award that I'll be presenting is the Award for Arts Volunteer. And this is presented to an individual that supports the arts by providing their own time and services without receiving payment for their work or asking anything in return. The award, of course, is another trophy that I showed you a minute ago and a $500 financial award. And this year's recipient is also a key member of the performing arts community. Since 2015, this young man has volunteered as the Director of Youth Theatre at the Windsor Light Music Theatre, one of Windsor's most highly respected performing arts organizations. Voila, we're back on. This is live. We're going to roll with it. So this young man was volunteered as the Director of Youth Theatre at Windsor Light Music Theatre, one of Windsor's most highly respected performing arts organizations. There he has used his theatrical training and educational talents to build a series of youth theatre programs for local children, a first for this organization that is over 70 years old. Also, an elementary teacher, he ensures that every child at Windsor Light feels valued and leaves feeling more confident in their abilities, in their acting, in their dance, and in their voice. He tells the kids in his program that they are family, fostering individual relationships with each child while mounting a high-quality rendition of a Broadway show. And between planning and running these programs and performing in musicals and serving on the board of directors, he has accumulated thousands of volunteer hours. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Rod Turton, the recipient of the 2020 Arts Volunteer Award. Rod, congratulations. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Mayor Dilkins, as well as your committee, for this incredible honor. It is so wonderful to be recognized simply for doing the work that I love to do the most, and that's facilitating quality arts education for kids. And I tell the kids in our program all the time that success in theater isn't about having the biggest role on stage, but it's about showing dedication and growth. And those are two things I feel like I've done, and it's wonderful to be recognized for them. I do also want to thank first my real family and also my family at Windsor Light Music Theatre, who have been creating community and musicals for 72 years now. Thank you to everyone there who has supported me and also worked with me in these youth programs. And the last thing I want to say is just to anyone out there who's watching right now who feels like they want to get out there and do something creative or make some new friends or try something new but is scared of taking the risk. Take it from me, go out there and volunteer, because this award is proof that the results can be life-changing.
Well, thank you very much, Rod. Congratulations once again on your award, and let me extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of the recipients of the 2020 Windsor Mayor's Arts Awards, and of course to all those who will receive a WEA as our ceremony continues. And for the ceremony to continue, I will now turn it over to Stephanie. Take it away, Steph.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. Thank you to, or I should say, congratulations to all the artists you've just recognized. Congratulations, everybody. So I'm going to begin the WEAs. We have 10 grants to recognize, and we have 4 different categories. So I'm going to begin with the Emerging Artist category. These grants are worth $3,000 each, and the very first one is the Emerging Artist in Community Arts Grant. And the recipient of this year's Community Arts Grant is David Bergeron. David is a musician, and he's going to use the grant funds in collaboration with medical professional Mia-Lynn Lee Daigle to create a book documenting the autobiographical memories stimulated by music of the elderly members in our community. David, up to you.
So much, Stephanie. This is extremely exciting, and I am honored to receive the award. And I feel like I'm really glad that the Windsor Endowment for the Arts really recognized the value in this project, as there's so much untapped wisdom and stories that the elderly in our community don't get to share. And collaborating with Mia has been a very, very helpful experience. The perspective that she has as a medical professional, and myself as an artist and a musician that has also researched memory, has been very enlightening. And I'm excited to continue the project and face the challenges in spite of the current landscape that we are undergoing right now here in Windsor and the world. So thanks again. Thanks to everybody who supported me with this idea. And thanks to all of my artist friends and family that keep me sane as the days go on.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Congratulations. The next grant is the Emerging Artist in Literary Arts Grant. And this year's recipient is Samantha Bedoa. She's also the Youth Poet Laureate. Samantha will use the grant funds to create a poetry manuscript that focuses on the financial, personal, and economical issues of Arabic immigrants in Windsor and Mexican migrant workers in Leamington who are employed in the agricultural industry. Take it away, Samantha.
Thank you, Stephanie. I just want to say how honored I am to receive this grant, and I want to thank the Windsor Endowment for the Arts for creating these opportunities for artists. It is truly, it's just awesome seeing artists in Windsor still be able to create and share their work in these kind of hard times. And I just want to also thank my family and friends, and again, just the Windsor community for being so supportive towards the art. I know it's meant a lot to me and a lot of other artists in the area. So thanks.
Thank you, Samantha, and congratulations. The next grant is the Emerging Artist in Performing Arts Grant, and this year's recipient is Alexander STEELE ZONJIC. Alexander will use the grant funds to produce and direct a new contemporary adaptation of Hedda Gabler at Show Studio. Alexander, are you there? Take it away.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, and thank you to the Windsor Endowment for the Arts, as well as the City of Windsor. I wish I could be joining Mayor Dilkins and some of our other winners in the Capitol Theater, but unfortunately I'm at home right now, like so many of us. But I'm looking forward to using this generous grant to get us all back to the theater as soon as we can. So thank you.
You're welcome, Alexander. Congratulations. The final Emerging Artist Grant is the Lois Smeedick Emerging Artist Grant in Visual Arts. I just want to say that this grant was named in honor of beloved WEA Board Director, the renowned and respected Windsor scholar and arts patron, Lois Smeedick, who passed away in 2017. This year's recipient is Christina Bratt. Take it away, Christina.
Hi there, Stephanie.
Hi.
Thank you so much for awarding me this grant. I really appreciate it, and the financial support, but also just the support of getting the word out and letting people know about my project and the project of all of the other winners that are involved in this grant service. I'm really impressed with the way that the City of Windsor and WEA have responded to the times that we're in, and their ability to just continue pushing us forward and really helping us just continue our work and provide new services and new ideas to the residents of Windsor. So I'm just excited to get started. I'm excited to see all of the other projects come to light, and I just want to thank you.
Oh. You're welcome, Christina. And I forgot to tell everyone what Christina's project is going to be about. It's really interesting. So let me do that right now. Christina will use the Lois Nedick grant to collaborate with a sound designer to create an interactive art installation that explores the idea of allowing ambient sounds of a space to affect the video projection of 3D rendered images. I can't wait to see it. It sounds incredible.
Thank you so much.
We're now going to move on to the Arts Infrastructure Grant. There are 4 of these, and once again, they're worth $3,000 each. The first grant is the Community Arts Infrastructure Grant, and this year's recipient is Arts Can Teach. Led by Karen McClellan, who's here today to speak on behalf. I want to say that Arts Can Teach will use the grant funds to launch their new pilot program, Arts After School at Dougal Avenue Public School in Windsor's downtown core. The program will be led by local visual artist April Morris. Take it away, Karen.
Thank you so much, WEA, for this wonderful support and recognition. This award is shared with April Morris, a visual artist who has a vision of bringing arts and community to our beloved Dougal School. And the funding will help provide 12 fully funded sessions facilitated by April and our artist team in storytelling, dance, drama, music, you name it, and at Dougal School. And because it's a pilot, we're looking forward to learning and expanding the program to our family of schools here in Windsor. So grateful thanks to Dougal School for welcoming us into their community, Principal Joe Yunin. And thanks so much to WEA for making this incredible project possible.
Congratulations, Karen and April. The next grant is the Literary Arts Infrastructure Grant, and this year's recipients are Jovan Stefanov and Nick Hildenbrand. The poets Hildenbrand and Stefanov will use the grant funds towards their collaborative work of poetry, Marshwood Songs. It will include 26 poems and feature illustrations from local visual artists that celebrate the culture and natural environment of southwestern Ontario. And Jovan is here to speak on behalf of both of them. Go ahead, Jovan.
Thank you, Stephanie. On behalf of Nick Hildenbrand, myself, and our illustrators, I want to thank the Windsor Endowment for the Arts for the opportunity to put forward Marshwood Songs to publication, local poetry that we hope is going to be more than local significance. And we also appreciate the help from our mentors, especially Dr. Dilworth, Dr. Narbonne, and Dr. Bowie, and our parents. Yeah, thanks for making our poetry possible.
Oh, congratulations, Jovan, and to Nick, who couldn't be here today. The next grant is the Performing Arts Infrastructure Grant, and this year's recipient is the Windsor Feminist Theatre. The Windsor Feminist Theatre will use the grant funds to produce Letters to Grace, a performance featuring 5 actors reading excerpts from historical letters written by Grace Hospital nurses. These letters were accessed through Hotel Dieu Grace Healthcare by local historian and writer Marty Gervais. To accompany each letter will be music composed by Jeff Smallman and played by an ensemble led by Nadine Delory. And Nadine is here to talk about the project. Go ahead, Nadine.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. The Windsor Feminist Theatre is very proud and grateful for this grant. It will help the production of a performance of, as you said, Letters to Grace. As you said, based on letters from nurses all around the world who were trained at Grace Hospital in Windsor. Can you imagine the effect it will have nowadays of such a performance? So we'll make it a tribute, a powerful tribute to all nurses in Windsor, in Canada, and all around the world. Thank you so much, WEA.
Congratulations to Nadine and Windsor Feminist Theatre. Our final Arts Infrastructure Grant is the CAROLYNE ROURKE Visual Arts Infrastructure Grant. This grant was renamed in 2019 in Carolyn's honor when she retired after 20 years of volunteer service as WEA's president. And Carolyn remains on the board as President Emerita. So this year's recipient of the Visual Arts Infrastructure Grant, renamed for Carolyn, is the Windsor Jewish Federation and Community Center. The JCC, as we all know them as, will use the grant funds towards the presentation of the 18th Windsor Jewish Film Festival that will showcase 10 outstanding Jewish films from across the globe. And here to represent the JCC is Sandy. Go ahead, Sandy. Sandy, you have to unmute.
Okay, there I go. I thought I had. Okay, I'm thrilled and honored to represent the Windsor Jewish Film Festival, as you mentioned, our 18th year, and celebrating Carolyn's substantial legacy. It will enhance us to continue our work to present quality films from around the world, diverse genres, all with a Jewish connection. Many languages, and half of our audience is not Jewish. It's important to know that we screen 60 to 80 films each year to get the best 10 for our community. And last year, new for our program, 1,500 students of high school partnered with us to screen a film and with a lesson plan, and it was extremely well received. And we just also have a good relationship with WIF, and we are so appreciative of WEA and our community. Thank you.
Congratulations, Sandy, and the Windsor Jewish Community Center. Good luck with your film fest. The next grant, we're moving on to the Elizabeth Havelock Grant in the Arts. This grant was created in 2012 by the Havelock family to celebrate the life and work of the deceased Windsor arts advocate and WEA supporter, Elizabeth Havelock. The purpose of this $2,000 grant is to foster and support the artistic excellence of the mid-career artists in any discipline. And this year's recipient of the Havelock Grant is Nicholas PAPADOR. Dr. PAPADOR will use the Havelock Grant towards a CD recording project featuring music by Canadian classical composer Jordan Noble. The recording will feature current students and alumni from the University of Windsor School of Creative Arts, SOCA. The engineering production will also be done by SOCA alumni. Dr. PAPADOR, over to you.
Thank you so much. I'd like to thank the City of Windsor and the Windsor Endowment for the Arts for awarding me the Elizabeth Havelock Grant. It's an honor to have this upcoming recording project recognized in such a meaningful way. As Stephanie mentioned, the project will be a collaborative effort with my students and alumni from the University of Windsor School of Creative Arts. Finally, the support and visibility the grant brings to contemporary classical and namely percussion music is greatly appreciated. I'd like to take a moment to thank my family, my friends, students and colleagues. You're gonna love this record. It's visceral, colorful, and also very relaxing at times.
Sounds exactly what we need right now, something relaxing. Oh, that's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the final grant I'd like to present is the Morris and Beverly Baker Foundation Youth Grant in the Arts. This $2,000 grant was created to assist a graduating high school student who wishes to pursue a post-secondary education in the arts. And this year's grant recipient is Miriam oh my gosh, Miriam, sorry. Miriam El-Saldi. I'm sorry, Miriam. Miriam will use the Baker Foundation grant towards music studies at the University of Western Ontario. Go ahead, Miriam.
Thank you, Stephanie, and I also want to thank WEA and everyone who made this grant possible. I also want to take some time to thank all the musicians of Windsor who have supported me and many other students and cultured this community of loving music, and I'm very excited to see where I can take my music in the future. So thank you.
Oh, we're looking forward to that, Miriam. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
This concludes the presentation of the WEA grant, and I'm going to turn it back over to the mayor.
Well, thank you very much, Stephanie, and let me add my voice to yours in congratulating all of today's recipients. You each represent a bit of what makes Windsor-Essex a rich, diverse, vibrant community, and I'm grateful for each of your contributions. I also want to thank the Windsor Endowment for the Arts, and I want to thank CAROLYNE ROURKE for her work to build WEA, and to Stephanie for her leadership thus far and for helping to put together a very unique ceremony during uncertain times. WEA is a game-changing organization in our community, and I appreciate so much the opportunity to have worked with them for many years with CAROLYNE and Stephanie. I look forward to our continuing time together, and my thanks go out to everyone working behind the scenes and to all of the sponsors and partners for your continued investments in Windsor artists and your unwavering support for their art. Windsor is constantly growing and evolving creatively, and we could not do it without the support of the people receiving this recognition today and without everyone who works alongside them. You inspire our community, and I thank you for that. And with that, I would like to now open the floor to questions from the media. Dana?
Thanks very much, Mayor Dilkens. At this time, if any members of the media have a question, please go ahead and use the raise hand function in Zoom, or go ahead and enter your question into the chat area within the Zoom webinar. Once again, any questions from the media at this time? I think we have a very good audience who is very fulfilled with all of the explanation that you gave, Stephanie, and that everyone had to say afterwards. So no questions from the media at this time. I'll turn it back over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Dana. To all of the recipients, to everyone watching at home, thanks again for joining us today and for being part of the celebration. The link to this video will be available on the city's Facebook page should you wish to watch it or share it with others who missed out. And I'd also like to remind everyone that if you're interested in purchasing a YQG Stand Strong t-shirt, a portion of the proceeds of which will support the work of the We COVID Care Coalition, you can order one today at yqgstandsstrong.ca. And one final thing, I'll ask everyone on screen to please smile for the camera on the count of 3 as we pose for a virtual group photo. 1, 2, and 3. Thanks very much, everyone. I hope you stay safe, stay healthy, and stay creative. Thanks for being here today.
May I say some final words? Just final words, you guys. Just want to say to anyone watching, if you were inspired by anything you saw, please donate to WEA or any arts organizations in Windsor, and please shop your local, buy local art, attend festivals and performances when things open back up. Please support your artists. Bye, everybody. Congratulations.